Hello and welcome into Sorare with Laird. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joined on this Tuesday by Harry Trades. Harry, today
Hit me.
is a big day. Do you want to guess why?
Have you kept this as a secret from me?
I have.
Is it like the 2 year or year anniversary since we started this?
Um, that's very good thinking. It has
No.
nothing to do with you and everything to do with me. Today
Go
marks
on.
5 years since I signed up to Sorare.
Wow, does it really? Holy moly.
Five
Wow. No.
years.
November 25th. Wow. 5 years. Where has the time gone? Like,
Where
actually.
has the time gone?
Jesus. That is crazy. Congratulations making it so far.
Have I made it that far, Harry? I
I
guess
mean, you
making it
have,
5 years.
yeah, I mean, that in itself, but also, that you probably have one of the most sort of not exclusive, but yeah, unique sort of angles from playing the game as far as like being at Sorare Data and stuff like that. Yeah, there's not many with a more sort of unique story. Wouldn't say maybe Maxime, but it's not many.
And he didn't make it 5 years here.
That's
No, maybe
true.
he
I
did.
went. When did Maxime sign up? He was early,
He
like
was well before me. I bet we
probably like
played.
6 years or something.
Um, yeah, I kind of realized it the other day. Um, I forget what. Let me see. Here's Maxime's old account. He signed up March 19th, 2019.
Jesus Christ. So what's that? Like six,
So it was 6 years
over six,
in
six and a
March,
half years.
but that's actually
Wow.
almost exactly the day, my last day at Sorare Data, not 2019, but March
Oh
19th. I think
my.
March
Yeah, yeah.
14th is my last. Yeah, somebody, maybe it was Quinny mentioned some anniversary. I was like, oh, I wonder when mine is. And I looked it up and I literally wrote like a reminder in my phone because literally the last 2 years, I just didn't realize it. And I realized it like days later, like on the 28th. I was like, just missed it. And I was like, oh, I should do something for it. And I was just like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, what am I gonna do? No, that's fair. I mean, what more would you rather be doing than streaming with me?
I mean,
Like
that's
you've
the way.
kind of got it good. You don't need to really like up that.
This was the celebration. It's all I need. I'm a simple man, just like to be surrounded by my friends.
Yeah.
Anyon, Mikey Basson, and JT Chell's on the podium. Congratulations to you three. Fraxy, what's up? Ryan Walter already talking about things that we may have missed. Surface Air Missile, what's up? Surface, one of the first people I met playing Sorare. So, well, I'll get into it in a second. Alex Wilson, what's up? Well done on your workout. Sam D. Pico player, knowing it's been 5 years makes you look older. Surviving the Sorare generations is impressive. You should get a wheel spin for your 5 year Annie. I love that idea. Love that idea. So I can't actually, I know exactly what card I bought. I didn't buy my first card until probably like a month later.
Yeah.
But I signed up for Sorare. I don't even know if I used a referral code. In fact, I'm pretty sure I didn't because I didn't get a free card when I made my first
Wow, you
purchases.
missed out.
My first purchase, actually, it was only 2 days later. So Thursday, I spent $20, 5 years ago, Thursday.
Yeah.
I spent $20.10
On a rare
on
somebody.
a rare Keaton Parks.
Wow, what a beautiful big head. Great smile. Yeah. Under 23 at the time, may I
Sure
add?
was.
Yeah, that's a
Season
nice
was
one.
probably over. I was, getting a little off-season discount here.
Okay. Patino made a little 100% ROI. Shall we
Oh yeah.
just add there?
Let's see. So he had that card on the 6 days later. He doubled his money.
Wow. Yeah, that was the time where you could just buy and double. That was just a thing.
Yeah, just for
They didn't
being
even,
there. Just
they
for
didn't even
being
have
there.
fixtures. Yeah, just for being there. You didn't even have to have fixtures or anything. You just needed to be there.
Mike said you didn't use a referral code. I've been around that long. I've heard that story before.
Don't think, I don't even know who I would have used, even if I did use one. I don't think I did, to be honest. No.
That's it. The João Felix anniversary. Oh god, that's really what I should celebrate.
Yeah, that was your
Or
coming of age.
I should really try to figure out the exact date where uh, two PSU fans two told me that he would be 100 ETH.
That'd be amazing. And
Let's
just
see.
print
Yeah.
out it on a T-shirt. That'd be
Yeah.
crazy. That would actually sell
To
like
be honest,
hotcakes.
I've looked for it before and I can't find it, and I don't know why. I
Should
mean,
be in Discord, no?
so I thought it was on Discord. There's a small possibility that it was like talking to each other before a stream, and that's just gone
Ooh,
forever. Um,
yeah.
because I definitely searched 100 ETH, and now it's like it's too far to look.
Oh, those were the days.
There's so many.
I still remember, like,
Yeah, January
when.
23rd.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, that would have been, wow, yeah, 2 days after, 3 or 4 days after I joined. January 19th, I think I am. He... Yeah,
Three hundred
19th
and
of Jan.
thirty-seven dollars.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So I feel like I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. So I'm
Yeah,
trying
there
to.
was a bit of a lag going on for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It was Nico trying to cover up how much I paid for these cards back then. Um, Discord laughs when he searches for 100 ETH. Yeah.
Not wrong.
So yeah, 5 years. Platform's a little different now than it was before. We have dark mode
Yeah,
now.
we do have dark mode.
But yeah, I was still at RotoWire when I joined. I didn't get to Sorare data until October of the following year. Like October 2021 is when I joined Sorare data.
Yeah. Okay. It's still pretty early though. Like
Surface
in
was
the,
June 13th, 2019.
I did search that up, yeah. Wonder what Jimmer is.
I
Around the
assume they're all
same.
around the same time, yeah. I don't know who was the first one in.
Jimmer was the 7th of March, yeah, like a week or so after. Yeah, before Surface, sorry.
No, Surface was June.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Jimmer was July then.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
Yeah, a
Surface
month.
was in there. A moment of
Yeah.
silence for any fallen whales.
Oh, there's
We're
many of
all
them.
fallen whales now, actually.
We're all just beached whales at this point. I tell you what, I watched an incredible YouTube video a few days ago. He's actually a Welsh guy. He's like he's a traveler. His name's Simon Wilson. He's got like 2 million subs. He's huge, and he went to like the most northern point in America or North America, which is basically Alaska. But like there's this tiny town on the top, like the right at the peak, and it's a crazy word. It's like it sounds Russian, like it's not like an American word. Yeah, it's crazy. Just obviously completely snowed off and stuff. And basically, there's like an indigenous sort of like tribe that still live
Sure.
there. Basically, there's like 5,000 people live there, whatever. And there's like no rules or regulations around like hunting effectively because no one cares. But basically, they just hunt whales across the year. They have a quota every year by the world's like whale organization. You can kill X, and that feeds the whole town for like X amount of months and stuff. They leave the meat like chopped up outside because it's so cold. No bacteria gets on it because it's frozen, obviously, like naturally. And it's the craziest thing I've ever seen. And you put like this flag outside your house, and then once the flag's outside, it means like all the community can come and get their rations effectively. It's crazy. It's like a whole different world. It's nuts. There's like 2 restaurants there. The prices of food, Laird. So like a bag of Doritos. Guess how much a bag of Doritos is in just a supermarket there?
I mean,
It's
it's
a
got to be like
normal.
$20.
Nah, like $14. But everything was $14. Like butter, like everything you can imagine was like 3 or 4 times. And it's, I mean, it's expensive now. Anywhere you live
Yeah.
here, there's like two, obviously, because importing it and stuff like it's crazy. Like if the plane doesn't land, like there's no groceries coming there.
Right.
Basically, it's insane. But like this town's nuts. It's a crazy name. I'll have to try and find it.
Simon Wilson,
Yeah, that's his name.
Mike
He's a really
Baston
nice
said
guy.
it.
He's from
Anthony
like
Watkins is as well.
North Wales.
Wow. Him doing
Yeah.
Moscow without spending a penny was hilarious. Do they? How do they? How do they hunt the whales?
Boats.
I
So
bet.
the
How do
boats
you?
like well, they like tow it in effect because the size of these whales are like between 20 and like 50 foot basically.
Yeah. So
And the boat's only like I think the one guy he said his boat was like 25 foot. So the boat it can't fit on the boat. It's more of a case of like you have to like drag it in, I think. It takes
how did
hours.
how did they kill the whale?
There's like some sort of like religious element to it, to where
Love
like the guy
this.
was like, the whale just told me to take him, and he's like fucking up. I swear, the guy was like, he does this. If anyone's watching a video, he's like, the whale was like upside down, basically just saying, take me, effectively. I don't know how they actually killed them. I don't know if it's like spears and shit. I honestly
Hmm.
don't know. But they didn't really go into that. But like, there's like a whole team, and yeah, they bring it ashore. Like he's driving across the road. This is like an ice road, and obviously you've got like the sea on the one side, and there's polar bears just like eating the carcasses and yeah, it's crazy. This place is like the Land Before Lost, but like
Hmm.
snow version. It's crazy. Yeah, I visited the most northern town in America, as the video's called.
Hmm.
It was just mind blowing. Like I just yeah, I'll try and find the name of the place now, but it's crazy.
Strange question to ask about this. How did
Yeah.
you watch it?
I
On your
I
TV?
watched no, on my phone probably. I don't really watch him, and I kind of just didn't really know he existed, kind of. But I watched 2 weeks ago. I tried America's Secret Billionaire Hotel in Utah. So I realized he was in America, and the
Hmm.
latest video was 1 day ago, which was the visit in this town. But he went to this like really like secluded hotel in Utah. It's like in the middle of the mountains, and like
Yeah.
all the rich people go there. It's like 9 grand a night. He just spent the night there basically. It was pretty cool. That's got 2.5 million views as we speak. So yeah, no, it was interesting that the town one. Okay, yeah, he's done loads
Sean,
of challenges
yeah,
and
Sean's in. Dobbsy said him going to Patagonia and finding Welsh speakers was cool as a Welsh
yeah,
guy.
there is that. I haven't looked at that Dobbsy, but I did see the thumbnail and I was quite intrigued. Obviously, yeah.
Separately, Mike had his anniversary, his 5 year anniversary 2 weeks ago
Wow.
ish.
Okay.
I just looked up.
Congrats, man.
Quinny is June 2020, so he was 5 years
Wow.
in
Yeah.
June.
I definitely signed up around that time, but I didn't play. Like it was a different. I couldn't even tell you all the. I didn't buy anything. I just remember going on the website and finding Turkey. Like I just remember looking at like the unique Turkey, and I didn't have the money for it at the time because it went for like probably 6 grand or whatever. I still don't have the money now, but I just remember seeing them, and even like the rares and the supers. I was like, oh, I'd love to buy one of those, but like the digital cards, why would I do that? And at the same time, I was buying stocks of players, and like yeah, so like I knew of him, and I just tried to see like what his price was over on Sorare. His rare was probably like £100 at the time, if I remember rightly. But yeah, but I definitely didn't like keep that account. I don't know what happened to that account, to be honest. I think I just signed up just to see the prices, and then forgot about it for 6 months, and then realized, oh my god, this thing looks amazing. Like everyone's getting on board now. Let's go play type of thing.
Do you want to guess what the first Cherky unique auction for?
It was a couple grand, no?
So it was May 4th, 2020.
Okay, yeah, that's about
It
right. Around my
it then
birthday.
sold. Oh no, I'm sorry. May. Wait a minute. This says one in an auction and then twice. Let's call it either
Wow.
May 4th or May 13th.
Okay.
It sold for $1,100.
Oh, really? That was
How
lower
about
than I thought.
how about this? That was 5.7 ETH.
Yeah, ETH is
eleven
like
hundred
two.
dollars, and then it
Oh,
sold.
wow. Yeah.
That was May 13th, and then in November, so 5 months later, it sold for 8 grand.
That was the one I was thinking about actually, the resale maybe.
This
Yeah.
is speaking of
17
fallen
ETH.
whales, disabled, disabled,
Oh
disabled,
my
disabled.
God. That's hilarious. YNWA is definitely one of those, I can
He's
guarantee you.
DFS,
Yeah. But like he's the one before probably, right?
probably,
Like
probably. Yeah. Let's see. If
because
this
that
is a
was when he
bunch of
just
cards, then yeah,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, probably.
it's probably AJ and yeah, those
Yeah.
Mbappe and unique watch-alongs were when we were truly back. So I, to this day, and I will say it for the rest of my life, the
Yeah.
Erling Haaland unique auction watch was
Was
the
peak.
pinnacle of so rare.
It probably was. I don't think anyone
That
can really
moment right
disagree with that.
there was the greatest moment in so rare history.
Yeah,
Like
it
when
was.
speaking of YNWA, when he came out of nowhere and put some
Yeah.
like $550,000 bid on, and it immediately got outbid. And it was just like,
Wow, we're in for a ride here.
mhm.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like, wow, like these cards could go to a mill. Like, who's gonna be the mill? Like, that's what it felt like, didn't it? At the time, it was like, well, if
Andy
Haaland
said
can
it.
be that,
Andy said it during that stream. He was like, "Are we going to a million?" And I remember Maxime was
wow,
like, "No, we're nobody." So the only reason the answer was no is that nobody
yeah,
had that much money on the site. Not that
got
they
you.
wouldn't have paid that. They just
Right,
like
yeah,
people
yeah.
hadn't deposited that much.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's
yeah,
crazy. No, that is wild.
it's wild looking back that we all paid so much for cards. Yeah,
It
when
really
did
is.
Pavel
Just
join?
in
I'm
such a
pretty sure he was
bubble.
before me. Pavel was July 12th, 2020.
Yeah, around the Quinny era.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Crazy time.
Anyway. So now that we're not rich, Harry, we need gameplay changes to make us excited.
We do.
And there are a couple of them that we were hinted at and they haven't come
Not
yet.
heard a peep.
Not a
Not
peep.
heard a single peep.
So it's
Sadly.
what's funny is that you brought this up as the topic for today and you were just like things that they told us and we both actually thought of different things right away and it was like that's not good.
There's multiple. So
Yeah,
it's
there's multiple.
like
Which one do you remember which one you mentioned?
I think it was the Vault one, didn't I? Yeah, that was the one that stuck out for me just because I remember when the Vault thing first came out, I remember speaking to Andreas and stuff, and it was like, yeah, this could be a chance here to really sort of accumulate, just buy cards that have like, yeah, crazy Vault values for, X amounts and stuff, try and, really get to a level to where, you're going to qualify for this, special comp, but nobody knew and nobody does know what that level is. Obviously, you can get to, 0 to 20. So like 10 felt like the sweet spot to me. Like if I could get to 10, it'd be like, I'd like to think I'd make it into this exclusive thing. 15, it could be 15, I guess, but it feels a bit punchy. Like 10 feels like the sweet spot, knowing it's obviously half of the max. And yeah, we've not heard a peep. Literally nothing. Not even like, vault missions or anything like we've seen in MLB and stuff. So yeah, that's been a bit disappointing. Like I know they've been focusing on other things and I get it, but it's there. It's written in the scripture.
We will implement new ways to reward ceiling beyond leaderboard boosts soon. Reaching a certain vault
So
level will grant you access to an exclusive competition. Stay tuned.
yeah, I mean,
Consider Harry and I tuned.
we're tuned in. But the most ironic thing of all that, Laird, which I just thought about, is the fact that they took away a vaulting boost in the sense of like the card, like you win a card and you
Oh,
don't get the essence anymore. So not only have they like not given us the exclusive comp, they've actually retracted, one of the boosts that apparently shouldn't have existed, whatever it did for months, and it's like
mhm.
that's gone. So it's like, they've been, they're on it when it's like costing them, but they're not there when there's I know like the end of the season's not there. Maybe it's like a halfway through the season thing. Maybe, it could definitely be that.
I think yeah, I think what got me about what we're still waiting on, and I feel bad saying like, hey, where's all this stuff? Because it's November 25th. It's
Yeah, I
not
know.
March 25th. And
Yeah.
so I appreciate the season is still young. Um,
Hmm.
what what made me backpedal on that backpedal is when I went through because I went to find the blog
Right.
and that announced the ceiling boost. And so actually I'll just show it here. So I went back to the prize pools and I was like, where are the things that they announced, that'll be? So I read the full breakdown, competition structure, all that, the season
Yeah.
recap. And I was like, maybe there just hasn't been that much. So like, it feels like they've announced a lot of stuff, but not the stuff that we've been waiting for.
Hmm.
But then I went through the blog and all it is like mega cart essence rush, double ups, lucky losers, the number of double up things. Duos
It's
came out, which
crazy.
was totally unexpected, which like, hey,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
But it's like announcing every announcement is like buy stuff and we'll give you stuff,
Right.
which is great. We love that. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
nowhere is it the, hey, remember that thing we talked about? Here it is. And I didn't, I'm going to admit, I did not read every single one of these blogs
Well,
today.
of course. Yeah, yeah.
I probably read them. I definitely didn't read them at the time either. I didn't read this Premier League and Jupiler League double up promo because I know what it is.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they've added so much stuff. And but the one thing that, like, your example was one thing that I found that I was like, oh, they did tell us something's coming. Because when you talked about like what are they missing, Anion has the one that I thought of, these league specific arenas. And I think Philly Dilly said it too. But I don't, I actually don't think they ever announced that. I think that, so the announcement was arena is permanent because it
Yeah.
wasn't before. So they were like, you'll have permanent arenas. There's no max on how much essence you can hold, so you can enter as many arenas as you want. And they had mentioned, I don't know, I can't remember if the uncapped arenas were already a thing. I think they were. But once they changed the one arena, we were like, oh, they can do whatever they want. Like we could
Yeah.
have single league arenas. We could have ones with different cap differences. We can have some with, and I felt like, or I feel like we started coming up with all these ideas. And Sorare actually never said that they would do any of them. And so I think we talked about it enough that everyone's like, surely they'll have league specific arenas. And they had the Club World Cup arenas for cash that you had to buy the special cards for. And nobody would be surprised if they did that for the World Cup this year or next year. But I feel like the arena thing is what I focused on the most. And which kind of goes to Philly Dilly's thing here. I thought Classic would be rejuvenated, and I don't feel like it is. Does anyone? I felt like Arena and these customized arenas were
Yeah,
what
yeah.
would make Classic rejuvenated. And because we don't have them, it doesn't feel rejuvenated.
No, I mean on the classic stuff, I mean we've seen evidence of like we've seen cards go for double or triple easily what they were at the start of the season. So like it depends how you define, classic rejuvenate. Are we talking about like Harry Kane going from £100 to 300? Like, I know he doesn't
That's
speak for
fair.
every card, but you know what I mean. Like, there's clearly a higher, a bigger demand for some classic cards than there was at the start of the season. Yeah, does that cover it all? No, So yeah, I get it from like a broader perspective, but I think for the most part, like it seems like classic cards are like not scarce, but they're not like easy to get. Like from like I don't know, from a rare perspective, like it doesn't seem like it's super easy just to go out and buy, an Mbappe rare right now. Like, there might be a couple on market, like I don't know exactly, but it doesn't feel like there's tens and twenties of them. People are like just queuing up to sell their Mbappes from my experience. Um, I don't know, like, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's back, obviously. One classic.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's playing midweek and stuff, I get it, but if you were desperate to
That's
sell
sort
him,
of the
you wouldn't
point.
play him. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you've got options to play him and stuff, and I don't know, like, there is elements of me that think, yeah, classic somehow has had a bit of a bump in certain ways. We're seeing cards triple in value, so, there's definitely something to it. But yeah, on a broader perspective, that could be a bit different. Would arena, like, these league specific arenas fix that? I'm sure there'd be more demand for it. Like, I feel like international breaks are a good example in a sense. Like, I've bought so many classic cards just for an international break arenas and stuff. I know like Yippee has done the same. Loads of people have, because they're just like, trying to churn arenas and stuff, and the cards are relatively cheap. But as soon as international break comes around, I know there's not one for a while, but when there was, like every couple of weeks, you see £10 goalies go for £20 because they're in like they're arena. You can play them in the arena for 2 games, and there's essence to it, and there's elite like there, and a lot of those are. I know there's a in season version for those like Elite 26 cards as well. They brought that out, but no, I think Classic has had like a low key like little bump in demand in a way in some ways. In others maybe not, like with the we haven't had the league specifics. But going back to what you said, like they didn't say things, like Tolga was waxing lyrical, if I'm being honest, about like the play box and shit, the player, whatever it was, like you can do customizable arenas effectively. And I don't know whether he said the words league specific, but he definitely spoke about and he didn't say like this is coming soon. Like it was more of a like this the long term sort of thing is we'd love to have like a play box sort of arena, customization stuff. And yeah, I'm not holding him to like that should be out this season, but if that's the goal, surely in between that there should be some like league specifics at least, at the very minimum. That can't be that hard to do compared to like a fully customizable one where like we're in control. We can choose the essence of the essence entry point, what league, scarcity, invite only stuff, like fully customizable. I get that would take time to maybe build, and it's hard to do that in season when there's so many things going on. But at least like the league specifics, under 23 arena, like those have to be easy wins, no let surely.
Yes.
Surely.
It's,
They have to
like
be, don't they? Like,
I think honestly, I think customizable arenas would be an absolute game changer for Classic. And
yeah,
the I think part of the reason people don't play arena is it's basically just all-star. I mean, it's cap 260.
yeah.
And it so Philly Dilly said, I'm just sick of playing my EPL guys against Bayern, PSG, and Madrid.
Yeah.
And so I actually don't think they need fully customizable arenas.
No, same.
Just give us three options, like specific competition, meaning if I want just Prem,
Yeah.
do just Prem. I think I was actually going to add two more. I'm not sure you need to. I think the ability for a manager to open an arena,
Yeah.
and if it doesn't fill, then like everybody gets their essence back, and maybe that's kind of
you.
a problem and whatever. But if you had, it's almost like an arena lobby where you go in and say, has anyone started a La Liga arena, Cap
Yeah.
260, whatever it is?
Like a sit and go, like a poker thing, right? You can like
Yeah, or daily
you can
fantasy
see the
sport
numbers and
lobby
stuff.
is the exact same way, and you can
Yeah,
see how
yeah.
many people are in it.
Right.
And once it closes, you find out if it's a golden or not.
Right.
Frankly, I think people would do it even without a golden, but
Yeah, same.
it's always nice to have it. And so I think that saves Classic from the perspective of people wanting to play it.
Right.
And if people want to play it, they're going to buy Classic cards to do it.
And not sell, basically. Like in less reason to sell if you want to play.
Yeah, I think this is BHAB. I genuinely don't know what they think is the top priority feature to build or why they think that. It seems like they keep delivering non-essentials, oblivious of what people actually want. I don't know, man. I was dying for a Jupiler duo competition.
I mean, start of the season, Nicholas was saying that there wouldn't be SO7, didn't he? He said loads of stuff like that. Like, no SO7. There was a couple, obviously, mentioned sub, or someone mentioned subs, and, we've not seen anything, really. Yeah.
Nietzsche Nuts said, do you guys think Essence will ever be tradable? Would open so many doors, but might also be problematic legally, though. I don't.
No.
And Anion brought this up earlier. Quote, if the resounding feedback is that Classic managers want a league-specific experience in the arena, we will make that available, unquote. That's what they said in the Q&A blog. It's still up. They just don't ask.
Right.
Like, are we going to have to get Gator to do a daily blog or a daily tweet so that we know it gets
what was that for? The button, wasn't it? Okay, it did the yeah. Tadic just scored. If anyone cares,
I can't remember if I ended up playing mine.
Captain mine, Laird. Come on.
No, I'm curious.
I risked it early kickoff.
Did you play it in the Asian Champions League arena competition?
I wish. I'd only have two cars. I only have Cancelo and Tadic. I don't have.
I didn't even put in an all-star lineup. I think I ended up streaming about MFL instead.
Ouch. You can play arena then, Laird. That's fine. Oh, you can't with Tadic, of course.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I don't know. It does feel like there has been a bit more disconnect this year. I feel like I know it's only been a couple of months, really. So when I say year, it's a few months. But I don't know. It just feels like they've just, like you said, pumped out a lot of sort of promos and stuff, which we understand. They sell cards, and Yeah, it just feels like and I mean, there might be people part of these like sort of focus groups, but I've not heard a single thing. Not that I need to hear that for it to happen, but you know what I mean. I don't know whether you have, Laird, if you can speak on that, but I don't know. It just feels like, yeah, there's distance. It feels, it does. That's the vibe I get anyway.
As official Sorare spokesperson, Andrew, if you're telling me that we don't have league specific arenas because we haven't asked enough, oh, I'll solve that. There we go. Just don't mention the DNP solution.
Yorkie, you're preaching to the choir, big time. I've just stopped my bombardment of that one. Yorkie can take like I took it over from Sean, and I'm handing the baton to Yorkie. Yorkie will. There's the DMP baton, mate. I think I think you'll do a good job of defending that side of the game, and yeah, I think I'm all I'm all DMP'd out now. I don't think I can speak about it anymore. Not that we're going to today, but just in general.
DNPs on super rares are even more fun.
Tell me about it.
Just confirming that. Or uniques, yeah. Although that was an injury. Service said, what's your take on the current economy? It feels like card values have surprisingly overperformed. There's been less depreciation in new cards than expected and more value gained on inform players. It's a good question.
It is a good question. I don't necessarily like. I haven't bought in a while, if I'm being honest. Like actual like studied the market in that sense, but like I'm just going. I only saw this because he auctioned a few days ago. But like Van Gassel, I bought the 1 of 100, rare goalkeeper. Obviously Excelsior, whatever. He's been okay. He's had like 2 clean sheets all season. But I'm looking at his price auction for. I know there's credits maybe, but instant buy £55. I literally spent that on him 3 months ago. He auctioned 23 hours ago for £36. So like obviously that is a bit of a drop. Before that was 40, 41, 58. Like yeah, it's interesting. That's just like a bog standard keeper. Like there does seem to be a lot of stability, in especially in season players for the most part. It's actually steadily risen. Looking at this 3 month like rare graph, it's like on a steady incline. So I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? It doesn't seem like people care the fact. Well, you can't do anything about it, right? If the price is the price, you either pay or you don't, and people are clearly paying it. Like they're not like, oh my god, I've missed out on 12 games. Like that doesn't seem to matter, which I think is interesting.
So I think it's two parts. I think one is that, and they're kind of related. I think very few people now buy to sell.
Yeah, fair.
And but part of that is because they're buying to play.
Right.
And so if you're buying to play, you're not going to sell. Like,
Of course.
obviously list or play. And
Yeah.
so I realize that seems like if there's less supply, well, I mean, it is, there's less supply. And so prices kind of stay level. But I think because most people who join the platform within the last year or two don't have an experience of buying a card and being able to sell it for double 8 seconds later.
Yeah.
They just don't sell cards. And so if there's just not that many cards on the market, prices aren't going to tank. And frankly, because it's so easy to buy from Sorare with market credits and
Yeah.
everything, we're also not seeing these huge spikes. And so the lack of spikes in either direction just kind of keep them steady. Yeah.
So if I would have told you start of the season that you could get a Joey Veerman for 3 times less than what he is right now as a classic, would you believe me?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I understand why it's the case now. Like, I think people underappreciated
The classic smash.
the classics before it started.
Yeah, fair.
I think there was a lot
And-
of people waiting to see how low they went. And when they didn't go that low, they were like, well, three times more than 3 months ago is still way less than an in season. And
Right.
so
Yeah.
I think people were like, let me see how much the in seasons are before I buy the classics, as opposed to those who bought the classics early And
Mm-hmm.
like that's what Andreas did. Bought a ton of classic cards, and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
got absurdly cheap ones. I bought 4 of them, and they all went down. But
Poor fool. No, it's just, yeah. I mean, like, I'm pointing out cards that have like done well there, I guess, with Veerman, but still, like, it's just crazy to me. Like, was 1/4 of the way into the season, like, I spent 5 months ago. I bought my Joey Veerman Classic for £37, and he just sold for 87.
yeah.
Like max, not max XP, like 7 XP or whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting. It really is how what sentiment has just shifted. Like, start of the season, there was a lot of FUD around, like in the sense of like unique and super. I know that doesn't account for why VM and Razer up, but you know what I mean. Like, there just wasn't that much confidence. It didn't feel like beginning of before cards came out, before like I'd say
Mhm.
like 2 weeks before there felt like it was an excitement, but I think before that when like the first blog came out, everyone was like, "Whoa, no single league comps! Like, what's going on?" Like, there was a lot of negativity, I thought, which was like I felt quite justified, and that's why everyone just started listing their classic cards. It felt like, and that's where
Mhm.
Andreas bought 1,000 fucking Rafinhas, and
Yeah.
like, and I bought quite a few. I didn't buy crazy, like in crazy sort of quantities like that, but I bought a couple of cards that I thought, you know what, if I do want to play Eredivisie rare, I'll have a Veerman because I've never had a Veerman rare, or whatever that player is. Vanaken, I bought a second Vanaken for 20 quid. I don't know what he's selling for now, but it's just interesting, and like we're in the season and everything's been quite dandy, to be honest. Yeah, £70 floor on Hans Vanaken,
Wow.
and I don't know why
Classic.
he actually. Yeah, I don't think he sold for that, but yeah, last time he sold 4 days ago was £36, so he's been quite steady. But that is the floor, which is just funny. Um, yeah, so I don't know. It's just really interesting how the psychological part of it. Like, we're in the season, we're 1/3 in basically, and classic cards are going for double. But then it's like, well, those classic cards don't have like an end date utility, really.
Hmm.
That's the big thing about that, like Hans Van Aken classics, Hans Van Aken classic till he retires, which might be quite soon. But Joey Veerman, like, you don't have that ticking time bomb on them. So in theory, yeah, why shouldn't they be 3 times X actually in a weird way? Because we've realized, I know everyone knew that because it was like that last year. We had one classic, four
Yeah.
in season, but I don't know. It just feels like when you start like you said, when you start comparing the price of the in season one, you go, well, hang on a minute, that's not too different from or that is really different actually from the classic. I might as well just get the classic and then just buy the in-season keeper, because
And
it's just less
yeah.
of a difference.
And I think a lot of people appreciate that the value difference once they become classics. Like if you already have a classic, it's not going to drop from an in-season to a classic, and the drop from in-season to classic will be dramatic.
Yeah,
Yorkie Will said card values seem solid, but I'm struggling to sell in-season cards against so rare. I've had that problem also, like trying to sell
Tadic, 2 goals
rewards.
led. 92.
Well, that's funny. I did my lineups during stream yesterday, and like I was like, oh, I'll go back, and I just like never went back because I hate midweek so much. Um, hold on.
Where were we?
Here we go. Philly Dilly said Premier League in season is holding stronger than I thought. Classic I'd rate as not horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
Anion said even more stability soon when they've done all their auctions. Only 4 to 5 Sobaslies left in rare. I don't know why it's only 4 to 5. There's 76 minted.
Right. Yeah.
And plenty of those. I mean, we can see here 3 of the first 5 are crafts or rewards. So, but I don't think they're going to auction many of these cards. I think they just instant buy.
Interesting.
Like I think that once they figure that out. Philly Dilly said there's a massive gap between tier 0 and tier 2 prices, guys who you would use an in-season as a classic and those you wouldn't. That makes sense. Like there are, yeah. I think we've seen some very good values hold for stars and not others, but
That's fair.
that's probably fine. Like that's probably fine.
Yeah.
And everyone was talking about how Veerman was injured and had prem rumors, which is why he was cheap.
Yeah, there was that element to it, but
Haaland holding value is a classic, very well example of a card that will never expire.
yeah, that's a really good point.
Server said, my theory is that people have underestimated the amount of value you can win from Essence and SO7, but I don't really have proof. I think people are buying
The classic slot.
No, for the classic
No.
slot. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I do
Nobody's
agree.
buying Joey Veerman to play an all-star.
Not really, no. Like obviously Andreas, if you do have a surplus, like you can just put four, like he has four Messis or three Messi. Like he is just like playing the same team effectively, really across four star teams and can scoop up. But you need 28 good players there,
Yeah.
like really good players. And you could have done that at the start of the season for like a cheaper price than you probably could now, just because yeah, everyone has bumped the prices up, and fair enough. Like I'm not disagreeing with that, but yeah, like you're right. You're buying like I bought one Veerman to mainly play in season, of course. But if you've got three or four of them, then obviously you could still play three or four in season actually with full lineups. But yeah, for the most part, you're not buying necessarily for All Star. I don't think. It's just like a what do I have left over for them? I
Mhm.
think anyway. People are making their in season lineups most time at the start, and then they're like, what do I have left anyway? For me, it's either that or I go into arena. That's like my decision, isn't it? It's like, do I play All Star? Do I play Arena? Do I just maybe do both? But yeah. Ooh, Philly Dilly disagrees with Surface. Let's see this.
So I feel like getting a tier 1 or tier 0 card by Essence is very difficult, and a ton of the time you're getting $2 worth of value from Essence. I mean, getting tier 1 and tier 0 cards via anything should be difficult.
Yeah.
But I don't think Surface
Yeah.
was saying it's easy. Just that
No.
people
Just people
underestimate the
underestimate
value
it.
you can win
Yeah.
from Classic. Surface said, I'm not playing in season this year, and I've done very well in All-Star Champion U23 Classic this year. Made more return than expected. I think it's worth buying for All-Star Champ Classic. So in fairness, Surface, you have like the best Classic cards on the platform.
And already did for the
That's what
last
I mean.
4
Yeah.
years.
Like
Yeah,
he
yeah. It's
had
not as if
them.
like he yeah, it's not as if he bought them start of the season. Like this is somebody that's had like a long standing like they're all 10 XP, yeah, everything's XP'd out to the
Exactly.
nines.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of different in a way, I think, because like let's say you've already had them. You might have bought a couple. I'm not disputing that, but you definitely had most of them, years in advance, which is not a bad thing. But
Yeah. I just did by seal that. Like, like you have a 6-year-old Vitinha card. Like, how much XP do you think is on this card?
oh my god, 70,000.
I was going to say 55,000, but let's see. Oh, 44.
Okay, yeah. To be fair, he wasn't like playing for ages. Like I know you could accumulate XP like anyway then, but he kind of like just wasn't a thing for a while, and then
I bet
just
this one
turned
could
up.
have 70,000, 56,000.
Wow. Yeah. That's interesting. I didn't realize Surface wasn't playing in season at all. I think he was playing MLS, wasn't he? Maybe.
There's a 60,000.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm pretty sure his Hans Super Air is the one that he's won the most with.
Uh-huh.
And God knows what this one is. Let's see. It was like one of my favorite cards. Here
Oh,
it
that
is.
Osherman could be a lot of XP, maybe. Yeah.
66,822.
Wow. Holy moly.
Bought for $400.
Yeah, 2.1 ETH.
But yeah, this Hans one, I think Service said
Goat.
he is just short of 100.
82,000. Oh my god. Hans like has never missed a game, by the way. Like he just plays every game for the last 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
That's so funny. That like,
That is hilarious.
I wonder if that's the highest XP on the platform.
It has to be up there, doesn't it?
It's surely.
Because most cards have like not most, but some cards have moved, I guess. On Yorkie asks, what makes you a whale in a scarcity or region? Quantity/value. I think it's just like if you have a magnitude of different options every week, and you can just sort of tinker and in between them. To be honest.
What was the question? What makes you a whale? Yeah. Service said, but you can get those cards cheap now, and if you think the game has 2 or 3 seasons left, at least they're a good ROI opportunity,
Yeah.
in my opinion, right now. I'm not sure
But
you
then-
can get those cards for cheap.
No, and they're not getting your high XP ones for cheap. I can guarantee you that. That's another element of it. You're getting 1%.
Rare can be traded and traded back and still have max XP bonus. Yeah, I don't think you can get. I don't think it. Yeah, I completely disagree. Actually, I don't think you can buy all the best classic cards now and have that pay off in 2 to 3 seasons.
Vitinha's £182 floor it's actually Surface's card, same picture, but it's got 5%, it's half and even worse XP. Like, he's a £200 classic card, it's not, I know it's cheap compared to like years ago, but it's not cheap, Like, if you're buying him, you're buying Haaland, you're buying Mbappe, there's £1,000 there easily. Three
Yeah.
cards, you need seven. Can we just say? And that's one lineup. You could have four. So, there's that element of it as well. That isn't cheap.
Mm.
Now I know you could win big cards with that. You could win an Elise in season or wherever, right? Mbappe in season. There is elements of like you could yield, but it ain't cheap to go and buy a 7-man champion lineup right now of like creme de la creme players. It's a couple grand. It is.
Especially because there are plenty of whales that have those cards already.
At max XP.
But you're not making, you're right, max XP.
Yeah, you're not making any ground up, are you? Really, is the issue.
Surface's Hans Rare has 70, just under 72,000 XP. That's one of his older cards. Love that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like if you appreciate Sorare history, just look at Surface's gallery. It's really fun. My hot take is that there should not be an XP bonus cap. Just what we need. Surface to have 17% cards instead of 10%.
Wait, what is Behab saying there? Sorry.
That you shouldn't have a 10% XP bonus cap. Like you should be able to just go forever.
Wow, interesting. Well, that then really means people are going to hold long term. Like that. If they want an advantage in the game or more of an advantage, a differential, that would be a game changer. I think people wouldn't sell like at all.
Look at my U23 lineups from this past week. Price it out for kicks. It came in third and got a star. In fairness, I think Surface, not Surface. I think U23.
It's cheaper, way cheaper. Come on.
But what? Like it's cheaper, but also
the rewards
random stuff can win.
Yeah.
But let's see what his U23 lineup. So
Yamal's the most expensive player on the game. Like, what are we? Come on,
Jude,
now, Surface.
Doku, João Neves, and then these three that for
that's over a grand then. Jude and Yamal, yeah. Gotta be. What's Jude? £180 Jude. Not maybe $1,000 Yamal. I don't know what a classic Yamal goes for, but Jude's £180. Yamal's 570, so let's call it £600-700. That's nearly $1,000 on two players.
Neves is probably sitting in sixth.
Nice, Andrea. Wow, João Neves' floor is 160.
Oh,
so there's £1,000. Never mind Doku. Koulibaly can't be worth much. Neither is Bas. Verbruggen's probably 50. It's it's $1,500. Like if we're being completely honest, it is roughly.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I don't know what he won. I guess we could look somehow maybe unless he hadn't sold him. When was that? 3 days ago, or a little while ago?
For what?
Like when did he win that card? If that makes sense. Or like
it's this game week.
Oh right, so he hasn't had the reward.
Yeah, he hasn't had it.
Yeah. Like he bought João Neves for £81 3 months ago. Like you can't do that now.
Right.
He's just worth a little bit more than that.
He said the XP is not that high on these, but Jude's at 45,000. So hold on.
Yeah, Jude's at 12%. Yamal's at 12%. Like you've got two of the best cards with like almost max XP. I don't know what Doku would be on. Maybe 10.
I bet
8.
I would also bet these were all rewards.
Bass is on 14%. May I add? Koulibaly is on 12%. And Bart's on 11. They're all above 10 almost, apart from João Neves and Doku. It's pretty good going.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying like it's still over £1,000 easily on that lineup, minimum. And yeah, I know the best card you could win is probably a Yamal in season, I guess, or an Elise. I don't know what they actually go for right now. Are you spending? Are you like paying that off in one? No, Yamal's about £750 floor. Elise.
Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah, you're not. No. Elise. Wow, Elise's only 400. Wow, Elise's come down loads. Interesting. 480 for Elise.
This one that won it.
Wow.
Is much more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, Elise brings that up. Greenwood's not cheap. Caritas probably isn't cheap either. Neither is Kabasi. Yeah, that's probably like a £2,000 lineup, I'd say, roughly. Probably
I mean,
something like that. Yeah.
the way I think of it, Surface, is if you're going to spend £2,000, you're not going to do it for classic cards.
Logic would say no, but then you go like, well, longevity wise, I get it. Like it's not like the stupidest thing in the world. I don't think.
I would just really
Really.
love to see someone do it, like the
Yeah. Well, you're doing it
classic
with your
Road to
rookie.
Glory.
Yeah, and just going and just like keeping them for that, and they're not doing anything else. They're not being spread anywhere. They're not being spread in season. They're just literally honing in on U23 and what can you yield in the
Yeah,
year. Yeah,
U23 champ and all star. That's what I want to see.
yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's basically what Surface plays. So I mean, if he's
No, I
doing it,
don't. Yeah, I don't doubt you can't. You can't. You can do it. I really do think it's obviously possible.
yeah. I mean, this lineup here: Son, Messi,
Joey
Muzo, Veerman,
Slot.
Schlotterbeck, Wagner. Like
It's just an
he
all-star.
is doing it.
Yeah, yeah. It's as all-star as you're gonna get. Um, yeah,
Do you
I don't
think they
know.
will ever improve Classic more, or is it just dead? I love arenas. Sadly, you can't keep playing them if you don't earn essence. I mean, you have to win.
That's fair.
You have to win to keep
Right,
winning.
but like you kind of need to play in season to have the bankroll to play arena. I would say because like it's easier to in essence in season.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then you can like utilize that then in the arena.
Yorkie Will said, Sorare really need to work on their onboarding. Their marketing is working, as I have spoken to 3 separate people recently that tried to play, but they didn't get it. And they're big football fans. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't tried to. He said, my point is if you think the game has life, with the life of cards in Classic versus All-Star and Arena, there's optimism right now. Arena
Agree.
has low-key changed the equation, in my opinion.
Like for the better or the worse.
I would assume the better.
Yeah.
I think what you prove is that with the absolute best cards, you can do well.
Which is, should be the case, shouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's not the case, then there's a problem.
Yeah. I mean,
Those
just
best
it's
cards.
Surface and Andreas. Like you just look at their galleries and the
Yeah.
lineups they put out in Classic, and it's like, yeah, all right. If you want to,
I expect that. Like, yeah, I
you should
do.
expect
Like,
those to play. Yeah,
yeah. Like, I'm not saying it should happen every week and stuff. Like, it's not as easy as buy the best and you win the best. But, like, over the course of, like, game weeks, that just will happen. And now, you will get third places because you've got high XPs. You've got the best scoring players on average. And
isn't it the same as in season as well? I think. I mean, yes, everywhere in the game, like if you have the best cards, it's going to be easier to play and you'll win
right.
more. They just cost more.
But it's
I'm
just
just
fitting
not
them in the right
sure.
places and there's choice paralysis. Like, it's not always like, sunshine and rainbows. Like that's not saying like, oh my God, feel sorry for me. I have all the best cards, but I can't win. Like it is hard to get him in the right five. But with SO7, obviously it's a bit different. It's a different equation. Especially with under 23, like there's only so many cards that can fit in that competition anyway because of just age, right? So like you're already condensing the pool of like possible mistakes to a degree.
Yeah,
And we know there's elite under 23 performers out there. If you have 7 of them, chances are you're probably going to just line them all up, especially if they've got good matchups. And it's like, well, you just let the boys do their thing, and it kind of just happens. Whereas in season's a whole different ball game, I think.
and I think genuinely the path is play in season, and then when they become classics, then you just play classic. I don't know. I have a hard time telling anyone that the best way
Play
to
classic.
win is classic, unless you have someone like Surface's gallery.
It is interesting, though, right? You've got £2,000 start of the season. You buy, 223 like on paper good lineups. What does that yield over the course of the season in classic under 23? Don't worry about all star, just literally 2 lineups. You bought like 14 semi elite cards, or you put 2,000 into I don't know prem in season. It'd be interesting to see how far that gets you, and because that's the thing within season, one big win and you're like flying because it's like 4,000 in champ, in prem. Whereas like the best prize in under 23 we know is capped at like Yamal or Elise.
Yeah.
It's like 6, 7, 8 times less. I know you've got the longevity of the classics, like we can get into that conversation. So like the lifespan on that 2,000 that you spent in season prem is a lot more sort of time sensitive. I won't doubt that, but I think the upside is greater, a lot greater. 36 games or whatever, 38 games.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's validity in both, but yeah, there's more risk with the in season, but more reward, I think.
And instead, in my opinion, I would buy the best in classic when I can't afford them in season. If you buy mediocre guys, you only have 1 year, then they're kind of useless. Top guys will yield you multiple seasons. I think the other tricky part is what you were saying, like the upside is Yamal.
Mm-hmm.
If you win early, you're like up against all the
yeah,
market credits and people like it's really difficult to sell rewards early in the season.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like I understand why Surface plays the way he does,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's a reasonable way for people to start playing now.
No, I don't either, for the most part, anyway. Because then you get into the conversation. Like, imagine trying to do that at limited, when there's like 10x the field, 10 more times people have the same lineup, roughly. Like, it just gets a bit blurred then, I think. Like, I know you're spending way less, so I'd hope it'd be way less to buy the same, the lineup that finished third for Surface this weekend. Probably doesn't podium in limited, does it? Because it was like a 24 in there, like score wise. Maybe it does, but
In that U23 on?
yeah, like he podiumed in rare with X points. Does that translate to limited podium this weekend type of thing?
Right.
I'd
Actually,
like to think not, but
I
that
looked at the
that doesn't.
U23 one yesterday. I forgot what it was.
Nice. And it's not discrediting. I'm just saying like limited is just hard, like because there's just so many people playing. Like it.
I think the other kicker though is like everyone, not everyone, I guess, but I feel like people who have a limited Yamal who are playing in U23 probably have a 5% collection bonus on it.
Yeah, fair.
U23 we're looking at.
Where is it?
There it is. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Literally every time I pull up the Sorare website, my computer starts to freeze.
I mean, I
Verbruggen,
can just
Lukeba,
yeah.
Bass, Olise, Yamal, Goetz, and Bellingham. It's actually a very similar lineup.
It is pretty similar, but he didn't have the 24 whatever that was in there.
Right.
There wasn't like one guy. That's the problem. Like that, like the margin for error in limited is way less because there's just so many people playing, and the chances are there's going to be one or two guys who just does get it right, and they don't have that 24 where you can afford to have like a shittier score and still podium the wild Gabe.
690 in limited.
Yeah, that's like 1,000 in red. It is. Look at that. It's like 90, 100.
Yeah. 724, but this is with all the bonuses. I keep thinking this is Quinny, and I was like,
yeah, that did look like
Quinny,
Quinny, didn't it?
Quinny.
Wow. Yeah, there were some big scores.
Yeah. Chrome said, I feel like spending 2K on limited in season, which turned classic, and classic limited is way harder to win compared to rare limited since there are more cards. Yeah, I think that's right. There was also,
Tadic again. 100, baby. Oh my god.
I can't believe I didn't put a line. I mean, I can believe it actually. Philly Dilly said, I think you have to go in season limited or classic. You might be able to do super rare in season with 2K, but you'd have to pick very carefully. Yeah, Chroma said, wait, limited in season with 2K, why not rare? Classic limited with 2K? I don't get it. Why not rare in season or rare classic? Certainly not limited classic with 2K.
No. But like, think about this, Laird. Like, somebody spent 1,600 on a vert in season, start of the season in rare. You've got £400 left. And that's one player. Like, start of the season, it ain't easy to do it. Like, you asked Yorkie. Yorkie did it in rare. I think he spent a good amount in Prem. I know he nearly got the 5th streak and stuff. Like, he did well. He hit the 4th streak, a couple of times. Like, he's done really well, but, like, I don't know the numbers necessarily, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he had to spend a lot start of the season to get that, advantage, if we want to call it that.
Yeah. Behab said starting in classic is hard because it requires time to build up the collection score XP to be competitive. Frankly, there's some collections that you can't get to 5% without first owner.
Nope.
and so you can't do it.
Yeah. 100%.
Top percentage you need to be in for card wins compared to the entries in rare and limited is almost the same. It it is. In fact, it should be the same. I was reading that too, but in one of the blogs. But the scores are lower in like you don't need as high of a score in rare.
Yeah.
Crum said, I mean, I'm even considering right now to splash 300 to 600 USD to buy a challenger in-season sporting team or something.
I mean, that would cover. Yeah, you can get things a lot cheaper now.
Mm-hmm. Yorkie
A
Will
lot
said
cheaper.
10K they spent on Prem.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not cheap. It ain't cheap. Not at all. Yeah, but like now I know there's like advantages or disadvantages to doing that now, but I guarantee you, to buy what Yorkie Will did at the start of the season now would obviously cost a lot less. That's just a
Yeah.
fact, right? For the most part, like, but obviously, you didn't get the streaks and whatever. Um, but yes, it ain't start of the season. It's really not cheap. It's really not cheap if you want to get early doors, especially in rare. So yeah, that 2K it probably does make more sense in. I was sort of thinking like 2K now type of thing maybe, but yeah, 2K start of season isn't really like you ain't gonna get the best of the best in Prem for that. You just not. You just can't. If Vert is 1.5K, like you just not. Sadly.
Chrome said, I don't get why you would go limited in season or classic. I am end of the month buying in season rare challenger sporting for 600. So nobody's saying you should buy limited
No, no,
classic.
no,
But also your in season rare challenger sporting stack for 600
yeah,
doesn't exist 2 months ago.
no, exactly. Yeah, no, definitely not. This is all like a now thing, isn't it? Like it's not a start of the season thing, similar to the 10K Prem stuff that we just spoke about.
I'm kind of curious just even what Trincao cost
Yeah, I don't even know. I
beginning of the
haven't tried.
season. Yeah, 328.
Wow. Yeah, 2 or 3x, 4x
So
in some cases.
300 just for Trincao at the
Yeah,
beginning of the season.
100%.
89.
Yeah, that 89 seems fun. Credits, be nice.
Oh, true. But then let's talk now. Isn't it a good idea to do it now, though? It could be. Yeah. I mean,
I mean,
you've
like,
missed out on 11 opportunities to make your money
yeah,
back.
and Pote's injured. Which could turn into maybe a cheap buy if he comes back good and whatever.
Yeah. Like I played limited because I wanted just more lineups at the beginning.
100%.
And then I was dumb enough to buy super rare because
You just
why not?
skipped Ray all in altogether.
Yeah. With the way streaks work, I think buying one or two rare in-season lineups is not efficient. But
It,
having
yeah.
fewer than four feels like you're at such a disadvantage.
But I think, like I did at the start of the season, I kind of crept my way into ones and two streaks, and then it's like, okay, well now I'll buy some cards,
Yeah.
because I'm getting them cheaper for the most part. I'm buying for like a game week, and I can keep them then, and that's how I ended up with like let's say four child lineups now. But that didn't happen start of the season. I only had one, two, and yeah, maybe I could have got to streaks earlier, but I was paying for that, so I don't think it's necessarily I agree with Philly Dilly, like if you're just going to stay with one or two lineups for the whole season, but I think if you've got one or two lineups beginning of the season, you creep your way into like a third streak. It's like, well, okay, I'm gonna have to buy for the fourth now. Like I
Yeah.
think that is the more conservative way if you on a budget, quote unquote, and that's all relative. But you know what I mean? Like I think that's the way to do it if you don't want to be like spunking early, and
Yeah.
it could just backfire. Like I always use the vert one, but it's an example to maybe always look back on. Like there's things that you just it's out of your control, and obviously it could have turned out to be a joke, and he could have been but it's like the Prem's unforgiving. Like it's hard to come up into the Prem and just start fucking balling out. Like we know that for a reason. So yeah.
I feel like the Verts PR people have been working overtime because I feel like every other tweet I see about the Prem, it's
Yeah.
like Verts has created the most chances in open play in this season. He has an expected assists higher than anyone in history. Just like it's not his fault.
Yeah, his PR team's doing wonders, aren't
They
they,
are
I
doing
think?
the work, big time, big time. Chrome said, "I feel like rare classic utility is a lot better though. Your limited turning classic is so bad compared to rare." Could not agree more.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Classic limited cards just are the fucking nut low of this platform.
I mean, they are though. Like, yeah, it's just like there's no way to sugarcoat it. Like, they just are. But that can be useful for some things. Like, you can come into this game and play for you can have a £10 All Star team and play and just understand the game. And like there's uses for them. But
Yeah.
yeah, ultimately, they are really the nut low, I guess.
It's gotten to the point where I don't even think about buying a classic smasher and limited for my limited in season lineups because it's just like I don't
Just play the
because
rare.
ultimately the XP is really low. I'm not going to
Right.
go buy a full collection. Like I
Yeah.
have the League On ones. I was like, should I buy a classic Vitinha? And I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
almost bought a classic rare Vitinha to
To
play an
play.
in season limited
Oh my god.
just because I thought it would be better. Like I thought it would be better to have.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, if you could find though like a high XP, I remember someone in your Discord they got like an Mbappe, didn't they? Like a high XP Mbappe. Like if you wait,
Yeah.
if you camp out and wait your turn a little bit, you might be able to find some gems for like high XP older cards.
Anion's out on this. He said, I win a lot in Classic Limited this year after investing heavy into top players in season last year. Already 2 stars and multiple tier ones, and I don't have La Liga Classics. I don't like. So you bought in season, like top in season cards, though. You just did it last year.
Right.
So you got a full year to win in season, a full year to get XP, get your collection bonuses up, and now they're classics, which is very different than going out and buying those classics now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anion was the one who
totally.
bought the Mbappe.
I was, yeah, yeah.
Like it's really difficult to get like 5% collection bonus
Mm-hmm.
on last year's Mbappe. And there
Yes.
are a ton of them out there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a swamp. Like unless you did it at the time, it's just so hard to
Right.
go back and do it. You can't do it sometimes. Most of the time.
Actually wondering if we can there was an easy way to do this on Sorare data. So there
Oh,
were
okay.
801 Mbappe limiteds last year. We're already at 809 this year. Like that's 801
Wow.
all of last season. But anyway, let's see how many are. I guess we could even just do 9 or 10, right? 62 of
Jesus.
them.
Yeah, that's insane.
Only 10 are at level 10, though.
Wow. Thing is, though, limited XP has been a lot easier to accumulate with the wheels and stuff compared
Also
to
true.
other,
Or any of
so
the
like,
missions.
yeah, yeah, missions, everything. But the wheel, you can just go, if you were willing to put a bit into it, like you could just end up accumulating crazy amounts of XP from that.
You can get some with high XP, but you need to be patient. I
Yeah,
mean, let's
I
see. Are
don't
there
doubt it.
any level 10 Mbappe's on the market? So there's one for
Wow.
$2,300.
Sell early, access discounts. Interesting.
I think that was sell early access discount.
Oh,
But
sorry.
anyway, I just can't fathom spending $178 on a classic limited card. Like where my gallery is.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Like I don't play
I,
La Liga, so I don't need an Mbappe for in season La Liga.
Mikey's right. Having no passive XP as well is a bigger disadvantage to powering up cards than it was before. Yeah, we had it good. We didn't realize how good we had it.
No, I don't think that's wrong. I
What do you
think
mean?
you can power up cards much easier now than you could back then.
Yeah, but there's cooldowns and shit.
Still, they're not
Yeah,
that
like
long.
no, but like it's like you had just XP coming in every week. Like in the background. Like it wasn't as
Yeah.
much of a thing. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. I think the fact that we have so much more control over it now.
No, yeah, I don't disagree. There is elements to it that's really cool. If you're willing to stack XP and yeah, sort of like I know Andreas is like every time he gets like a bulk of XP, it just either goes on his Arda or his Mbappe. Like he's just all in on that like Real Madrid sort of power stack.
Sean said the rare market feels too low at the moment. The price graph from the start to the end of the season should be linear, and even with an inflated price at the start, it feels too low. I mean, weren't we just talking about how some are going up?
Kind of, yeah. I don't know. Trying to
Unless
think
I'm
of a player, like a Prem player. Is anyone even good in the Prem?
no,
Like actually, I'm not,
no.
I mean Haaland's the one, I guess. Um, yeah, Haaland's price is risen over the last 3 months. 527. It was 340 in August. Yeah, that's his in season.
But like this is the Mbappe classic chart for the last 6 months, and like the rare one's not the only difference is volume, but it's going up. Like I'm not why are these too low?
Yeah. The big thing you're missing, you said, not you, sorry. You said I like Rare just because it feels like better classic utility plus bigger prizes. The biggest thing is you're playing against less people. That is it. You know, the prizes aren't even that much different, really. Like in the grand scheme of things, like I don't know what Prem limited 2.5k or something, and then like Rare's
Mhm.
4 or whatever. Like, yeah, okay, it's bigger, but the biggest sort of difference is just the fact that you're playing against so many less people.
Yeah.
That's what you're paying for, really. You're not paying because the prizes are like a little bit bigger.
How many people do you think played All Star Limited in Division One last
Jesus.
weekend?
I'm gonna say 20, 15k.
It was 11,397 in
Okay,
Division One. I don't.
and then probably 20 something in D2, D3,
I'm
maybe
not even
more.
sure I can find it. Let's see. I can't even find it here. Division. I think Division Three is the biggest one now, which
Is
is
it
weird because
really?
we always thought it was two.
Yeah, I did as well.
Let me see here. All Star. So 11,000. Oh, this says 11,397 now. Is that what I said? 11,397.
I think so. Yeah.
Division Two is 26,000. My God.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And Division Three is 20,
30.
almost 29,000.
So 11, that's 30, 40. It's like 67,000 or whatever,
That's right.
65,000.
It's right here.
Oh, yeah, all in. Yeah, yeah. Trying to do my math in the head, yeah.
So if you're in Division One,
Jesus Christ.
like they're like they give away 100 stars, and it's like yeah, but there are literally 11,000 lineups.
I love how they say players when that's not true. In the sense that, like, it's lineups, not players. That's a big difference. Yeah.
Play the scarcity where you can afford star players. That's why I play super rare in season now, Harry.
I know. You're a star boy now. You are a star boy.
I think Division Three has all the lineups people have never entered. Is that right? Actually, I guess we could just look. I don't think
What do
that's
you mean
right.
by that?
Like if you're in like a competition and it says to like create, it's not, what's the word they
I
use?
know what you mean. Like, open it, like, unlock it or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
That can't be true, can it? Like, they're
Um,
counting that?
think I can
Maybe.
just go to the end here. Here we go.
That'd be fun.
20. This says
Cancel.
28,000 of an actual lineup.
Yeah, yeah. I don't doubt it. I think I know they've cancelled it maybe, but well, Messi captain. Why would you play Messi with Philip Cohn? Come on, you knew there was risk with that. Messi doesn't deserve that treatment. He's better than that.
That's a weird lineup.
It is a weird lineup. Oh,
Just
Philly Dilly's right.
ripped it for Arena.
Yeah, don't mind it. I love
I've
it.
never done that.
You never cancelled the lineup. What? Laird, you need to live a little. Come on. You've never cancelled the lineup.
I'm almost certain I've never canceled a lineup.
What?
Um,
Why? You need to cancel a lineup in your life. Feels good.
did you hear what happened to Tuggy?
Yeah, I did see that.
So, for those of you who are unaware, Tuggy was involved passively in a little bit of a illegal, some sort of illegal scheme, but he bought a card last week and played it in a lineup, and the transaction got reverted because they must have discovered some sort of fraud on the other side, and so they gave him his money back. The card was returned to the original person, maybe, and he was relegated because they canceled his lineup. And I was like, that's not fair at all.
It's
Um,
brutal.
I
D1
hope
as well.
I hope they don't like. I hope they do something because that's really bad.
I know. I'm sure it was D1. Like it wasn't a little D2, I think. I think it was D1 rare, wasn't it? Yeah, that's brutal.
I would probably do like Jupiler limited in season. That sounds terrible. Oh,
Yeah, but James, if the lineup you're cancelling is already in D3, there is no relegation.
hmm.
You got to think about that side as well. You know?
So it feels like after in season utility is gone, it's a kick to the nuts.
Ye- Yeah, there is a
Well,
little
it's like
kick there. Yeah, it's a little.
we know it's coming.
It's a skim. Like they've skimmed them. You know, like it's not like a full-on contact where like you probably definitely get a red. It's a skim.
Um, Crum said, I just feel like in rare, the in season streaks, you win a lot more in streaks where it feels underwhelming in limited.
People
It's
think the
just so
prices
much
are
easier to
less.
get them in limited
Yeah,
because you can get better cards and more lineups
more
and
cards,
yeah.
more quality for cheaper. Yeah.
Oh, he was comparing it rare and limited. Rare doesn't feel as much as a kick to the nuts. That I can agree with.
Yeah, that's fair. There is less of a kick. There
But
is
again,
less of
like
a kick.
I just long stopped buying cards with the thought of like I'm going to sell these one day, even if they're worth a penny.
Yeah, I've not done like I've sold a few in-season cards just because like I don't want to play Bundesliga this
Yeah,
year, so now, so I'm like I'll sell the goalie. Like, but yeah, I'm not really necessarily buying much to sell. It's more like utility. Yeah, what can I play for arena and international breaks and whatever. Yeah, I definitely say I'm on less of a like if people do just like somebody wanted my Bernadeschi in-season Super A yesterday randomly. Like I didn't sell it, but like they just offered on it. I didn't have him for sale or anything. Yeah, he was supposed to start this midweek and then he went from 70 to 40, so maybe that was it. But
how do you not sell that card?
well, he's in season like challenger, isn't he? So
I know, but like,
I actually need him for this weekend. I don't
is
have
he
any
playing?
challenge. Yeah, he scored a goal. Like,
Stop.
oh, yeah, he got a DA last game or the game before
Off the bench. Come on,
off the
Harry.
bench. Yeah,
And 40% to start this week.
he
What do we do?
was 70, but
Who do they have
they've
this
got a good.
weekend?
If he plays this weekend against Cremonese, then that could be maybe quite tasty. But I don't have any like I'm really low on forwards for Super S, so
Oh my gosh.
I bought him from
One
Basel. Yeah,
one
$1.
75.
Yeah, sad times. Wow, that's your burner boy. But you got so much XP there. Come on,
35,000.
69 as well, of course. Of 100. What a serial number. I don't know. You crafting today, Led?
I didn't plan on it. Do you think the pools are fixed?
Yeah, I wouldn't bank on it, but you never know.
Although speaking of crafting, Harry,
Go on.
hold on.
You're gonna craft a super rare. I know what's coming. Oh, you could already do it. Wow. Do you have any clues?
No.
Do you know what? Me and you are going to be on like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm going to be on 1,068 when 2 o'clock hits, and you're on 1,042. That's fun.
Um, yeah, I don't know what my plan is for this, to be honest.
I think it's a raw dog. All I do is
It
raw
has to
dog.
be. I don't have any
Yeah.
essence to.
Well, you could include it, like if you won clues today, maybe, because they are giving away a lot of clues in the mission. I say a lot, like you could. Oh, I mean, you're close on the nationality already. You need 40, don't you, for super rare?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, you could.
How am I getting clues?
The close call picker, so it's pick a player who misses at least one big chance,
The fuck are we doing?
and you could win 40 if all three. That's only in super rare. Rare you could win 20, and limited you could win accumulation of. I don't know. It doesn't tell me.
I'm agreeing with Philly Dilly here that I have to wait until I can do the league clue,
Come
and
on.
that's the plan. And so I'll craft in like April.
Because is it going to be All Star Essence?
Uh, it's probably contender.
Oh,
Oh no, it is All
oh
Star.
no, All Star. Wow. I mean, like, what's the league gonna really do for you, really? Like, I
Well, I'm
know it
playing
can.
League on Super Rare, so I'll just
Okay, yeah,
take
that's fair.
whatever. Yeah,
If it does, but that's like if you get that.
exactly.
Like you could do the league thing. And there's no league guns. It's
No.
like, what was the point?
Yeah, K League,
That's my
J
worry.
League, and MLS.
Yeah, and like Norway or something. It'll just, yeah. It does. Yeah, it doesn't come into as
I
quick
was
as
at
you'd like.
Yeah, I was at 993 forever, and then it was a mission over the international break. I don't even know what card did it.
Do you know what? I have 100 unique essence slid. I know I won it from a mission, but like through the international break months ago, and I never won any since. But yeah, I'm 1/10 of the way of crafting a unique. Do you think I'll ever get to 1,000 essence in unique? I don't think I will, unless I like just went and bought uniques and played All Star or whatever. Maybe
Is
then I probably wouldn't even hit anything.
is the only way that you can get it now through missions?
Missions, yeah. For me, because like I only have 5 uniques, and I
Oh, but
could
we
play
can
All
win.
Star,
You can win unique XP.
can win unique XP.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I just bumped up my year end because I had like 3,000 XP, so he's now at 8%, which is fun. But no, I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah, that's all I can do is win unique XP outside of missions. I'm capped at just doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Chrome said, if I should spend in-season limited for the 800, what competition would be good to get lineups in and to chase the streaks? I know Premier League is bad, or an in-season rare with the sporting lineup. I would whatever you are best at. Like whatever league you know the best is where you should start. My only advice.
Yeah, one team, like if they're an elite team, you are giving yourself a decent chance because most weeks they have good matchups
Yeah.
unless they like play Benfica, or like which does happen. That's the issue. Like in a streak of 5, like the chances are Sporting are probably going to play Braga, Porto, or Benfica.
Yeah.
It's just naturally going to happen. So you just hope that happens on the first streak. So like, that's the problem. It's timing, and I don't think one team is enough to get by. Sadly, even if it's Sporting, I think you
It's
need to get
harder.
more. Yeah, really hard. Really hard.
I just got to put this on screen just so I can screenshot it later.
Now that needs to go on a shirt.
I have one. I think it was from. I'm pretty sure it was Mike Baston, and that's on my Twitter header.
Oh yeah, what was it? It was something similar to that, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Laird's 100% right or something like that.
That was it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. There's 100% right on this one.
Yeah. Just living off that.
I don't even remember what it was about. I'm pretty sure it was a stream with Sean though, and so I like had to put it on stream.
That is amazing. Yeah. I miss when you were right with Sean. Or when the chat would tell you you are right with Sean.
Yeah, and he would just like completely ignore.
Just not have it at all. I think that's what people miss the most.
Sean being wrong.
Yeah, you being right, Sean being wrong.
Yeah, I had somebody comment the other day after the show that Sean was on. When did he come on? Some Andrews,
A little while ago. Yeah, 2 weeks.
and they were like, "What I would give to have Sean back every week," and I'm like, And then he actually was like angry at me that I didn't invite him on Friday's show when Mike and I ended up kind of like
Oh, yeah,
calling a spade on So Rare. And I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not kind of like the whole point of that show wasn't to just shit all over So Rare.
Right.
And he's like, no, invite me on a show to just shit. And I'm like, no, I don't want to sit through that. Find another channel.
Make your own channel. You know, like no one's stopping you, Sean.
I miss being called a moron. That's crazy.
Yeah. People do miss though. It's like a kink. Daniel misses the moron talk. Yeah. I miss being called. That is incredible.
Liverpool with 8 good fixtures in a row now. I'm trying the impossible.
Oh, don't
What's a good
start.
Liverpool fixture? Something like Forest at home.
Yeah, don't. I actually watched the game and it was incredible how good Forest were.
Did the Forest stacks ended up winning Prem?
They must have. United lost and Everton at Everton.
I don't know. Pickford and
Yeah, Pickford scored well. Yeah, there might have been a few Pickford goalies, but I can't imagine people was like stacking. I mean, Gay got sent off, so all the best if you picked him, but
what a
you probably
wild
didn't
sending
because
off that was.
I know.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Lucky
they would
Ricky.
have clean. It's mad though. They didn't have a forward that scored like
Did you see this that he won Division 1 and
both.
Division
Yeah,
2?
I did watch a stream yesterday.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Switches the lineups and he wins. Well, I guess it doesn't even matter.
Five.
Oh, actually, hold on. No, so 488 winning lineup in Division 1.
Wouldn't. Wow, wouldn't even podium. Wouldn't even get top 10.
Yeah,
Oh my
probably
God.
15th.
That is crazy if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That is nuts.
First place in
Holy.
D3 wins everything though.
That is so rare in a nutshell, sadly. Like, I just don't think that's right personally, but whatever. That is crazy. Up the forest. It was insane. Actually
I'm
insane.
almost certain somebody from So Rare pretended to like write down or appreciate the idea of the highest scoring lineup gets a bonus reward.
Yeah. Like,
That
despite the division.
Yes, that definitely came up somewhere where they were like, "That's a good idea." I'm going to blame Momo, but it might
Yeah,
have been
maybe
Tolga.
Momo.
It was
Tolga,
definitely
Dan,
someone
maybe?
unrelated to gameplay. So maybe it was
Could have been
Gee. Yeah,
Dan. Or Guy. Yeah. Since when is the Premier League best high scoring? When everyone plays your team, man. It's just 100 fest for all the defense.
for real. Yeah, at Anfield, no less.
Honestly. I mean, I knew Nico would turn up, his ex-club, and that was guaranteed. Like, marking Salah, like, that was always, I didn't know whether he was going to get an assist, but, like, he was flying before the assist, so he had, like, 5 tackles after 20 minutes, like, one. Not even, like, attempted. They were literally one. It was crazy. I didn't play him anywhere. Because why would you?
Yeah,
He had 63 AA. He had 42 defending points. 6 tackles won, the clean sheet, 4 clearances, and a triple. 42 points from one section. That's the most I've ever seen, I think, in one, like, drop down, you know?
that's crazy. Genuinely crazy.
Honest to God, that's insane.
Who was that?
Nico.
Oh, it was Nico.
Yeah. I know Murillo scored 100 as well, but I don't think he would have had that much AA. He had 57. It wasn't far off. It was not far off. He had 32 in the defending section, but yeah, that is... Even Anderson scored 100 almost. Like, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Gibbs wide, but like no, like Dominguez -5, Ndoye -1, Igor Jesus 1 AA. Like none of the forwards did anything. Callum Hudson-Odoi was actually the highest scoring from the bench with 3 AA or 4. like, like you've just been carried by the defensive stack, but it's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
Ooh, I didn't realize the right back. Have you seen the right back that plays for not Forest? He's like really good, under 23. Nicolo Savona. Never seen him before. But he's got like 73, 61, 64, 70 in his last 5 games. Didn't know he existed. Genuinely.
Yeah, same.
Played for Juve. Interesting.
Yeah. And he said, I'd love the best lineup to win extra no matter what division.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even have to be like that much.
No, just like a little Brucey bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just know you're getting rewarded for your best efforts
For
despite
beating everyone.
Yeah, and not having the opportunity to play against everyone.
Right.
In a way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make Sorare great again, man. Come on.
We're getting there. We're getting there. So, Harry, I got to go. I got an appointment at 2 o'clock.
Jim? Choppy. Nice. I went yesterday. Wife came home early and there was time for me to get a haircut. I was going to go tomorrow, but I managed to fit one in. He had 2 appointments. I was about to click the 3:30 and it went in front of my eyes. So I had to go for a 4:10 or 4:10. So it worked out. But
I did my appointment last week. I never do that. Never do it that far ahead. And saw some message. I forget where it was. And it was like, I have no more appointments until after Thanksgiving. And I was like,
because of Thanksgiving. Yeah.
glad I got it in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I love that.
So thanks everyone for coming. I got to go. Appreciate everyone in the live chat coming in, hanging out, trying to solve all the problems that we heard
creating
were
ourselves.
coming. Yeah, we didn't. I don't know if we created them.
No, I know.
We heard they were coming. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. Head over to the Harry Trades YouTube channel. Become a member there as well. And yeah, cool haircut chat. Holty coming in for the last 10 seconds to hear the haircut chat. Go back to the beginning, Holty, and you'll hear about whale steaks. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming. Don't forget to go outside.